Hi, I'm Dr. Leslie Gray, and our Customer Appreciation Week continues. This is just a great week for us, and I'm glad you can join us for today's video. I do want to remind you that our pre-sale is still going on, where you can save 20% off of our Customer Appreciation Night gift certificates and 20% off of our products, both online and in our office. In addition, I do want to encourage you to come to our live event. It is so much fun. You need to RSVP, and you want to RSVP because there is a ton of great door prizes, of room prizes. It's a lot of great information. It's a ton of fun. So I hope we'll see you there. All right, so let's talk today about body sculpting. So our Advanced Body Sculpting Center is unique because we do offer both CoolSculpting Elite, actually two of those CoolSculpting Elite machines, and CoolTone. The CoolSculpting Elite machine is the most advanced version of CoolSculpting, and the CoolTone actually helps to strengthen and tone the muscles. And we'll talk about them both. Also important is who's doing your treatment. So our providers are all CoolSculpting University trained. Yes, there is a CSU University, and there's one that even has her master's. We also are at the Advanced Body Sculpting Center. We are almost famous for our midsection makeovers. That's probably one of our favorite things to treat, but we treat all body areas. And we'll talk a little bit more about that too, about what areas you can treat. But first, let me just talk to you about CoolSculpting in general. Like, what is it? So CoolSculpting uses a non-invasive method of fat removal called cryolipolysis, and that is using cold to kind of freeze the fat, and about 20 to 25% of the fat in the treated area actually ends up going away over time. So it's great for stubborn areas of fat where people commonly hold them, can be around the abdomen, the flanks. CoolSculpting is actually FDA approved to treat 9 different areas. So it can be arms, back or bra fat, the abdomen, the flanks, again, the back, the hips, the buttocks, so lots of different areas. And it usually takes at least 2 sessions per body area to get you your best results. It's not uncomfortable. From speaking from someone who's had treatment from both regular CoolSculpting and CoolSculpting Elite, the CoolSculpting Elite is much more comfortable and easier. It's about a 35-minute session. Because we have 2 CoolSculpting Elite devices, we can actually treat areas a lot faster as well, and it's really not that uncomfortable at all. You can start to see results as soon as 3 to 4 weeks after treatment. The peak results take about 12 weeks. People who are good candidates for this are people who are really at your normal body weight. So this is not a weight loss method, but if you have stubborn areas or pockets of fat, this is the device that I think can really help you. You know, the semi-glutides now, such as Ozempic and Mounjaro, are really popular, and a lot of our patients are like, can I do CoolSculpting if I'm doing this? Absolutely, because those types of treatments do help you to reduce the weight, but how we're shaped and where we hold fat really doesn't change. So frequently those patients will still need a little bit of body shaping and sculpting with CoolSculpting as well, just to get those areas. The best way to find out if you're a good candidate is to schedule one of our complimentary advanced body sculpting consults. Those like I said, we offer them for free because we really want to make sure that you're a good candidate, and we really want to make sure that you're educated. So we go through a lot of education with you and a lot of very precise measurements to make sure that the machine, the CoolSculpting Elite, will do what you want it to do. So now that we've talked about CoolSculpting Elite, I want to give you a patient perspective of someone who's gone through it.
Actually had a tummy tuck about 5 or so years ago, and I was super happy with those results, but after exercising, working out, just couldn't get past like my goal of clothing and how I wanted to fit in my clothes. So I did a consult, and it sounded like something I was interested in, and I liked all of the pre and post photos that you guys offered, and I wanted to just feel more comfortable in a bathing suit and clothes in general. I wasn't really afraid. I was curious, but I wasn't really afraid of anything. I was definitely a little nervous once I got in there. It wasn't painful. this, anything that touches the bone, you could feel more. So I would say this part was a little bit more noticeable, but after the first like 5-10 minutes, it was pretty numb. Yeah. And it was fine. Well, let's see. She did this part first. Okay. She did my neck first. And then when that part was done, because that was pretty quick, then we did the abdomen and kind of flank region together. Okay. So 2 different sessions. So she did 4 sections for me. Yes, so she gave me blankets, pillows to kind of make me the most comfortable and warm, and then she brought me a little stand where I could put my cell phone and my ear pods, and I just listened to a podcast and kind of tried to chill out and zone out, and she dimmed the lights, so it was just kind of quiet and relaxing. And
it is relaxing. Some people
as much as you can be relaxed, it was a very calm environment. No downtime at all. Like nothing. Really? Totally normal. Now, anytime I would massage, like she would tell me to a few times a day, of course it was a little tender, kind of like it would feel like touching a bruise. But again, since I understood the reason for it, it made me want to do it and not to think about the pain.
Were you numb still for a while?
Yes, I would say it was still definitely here. I remember feeling some like kind of like numbness, like if you go to the dentist.
Right.
I feel like about four weeks I started noticing a little bit, but even like months after it was like continuously noticeable, even for 6 months, until I was still like seeing results month after month.
Yeah. How did you notice them?
So, clothes, how they fit.
They just felt
and just like looking in the mirror. I never really had like much of an hourglass figure, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, there it is.
What about the chin?
So she showed me before and after pictures, and that, I think looking at yourself so much, you're like, I feel like I look the same. Yeah. But she showed me before and after pictures, and I could really see it, and I could really feel it, because I had a little bit more just kind of fat along my jawline. Mm-hmm. And when I was like doing my makeup or washing my face, I was like, oh, there's like feel the bone.
Yeah.
Definitely. I have, and my sister did it too.
Awesome.
After me.
All right, now that we talked about a little bit about CoolSculpting, let's move on and talk about CoolTone. So CoolTone is a device that uses magnetic muscle stimulation to tone, strengthen, and firm the different areas of the body. So you can use it on areas such as the abdomen, the thighs, the buttocks, and it really creates these powerful muscle contractions that you're not really able to do on your own. So you get results a lot faster than you could by yourself. Typically, the treatments, we start you with a series of 6 done every 2 weeks, or done twice a week for 3 weeks, so 6 total treatments, and you can see your results usually in about 2 to 4 weeks, which is really nice. What's interesting about these treatments is I think people are not only happy with how they're looking, but a lot of them really comment on how they're feeling. So I can speak from personal experience is that you notice the strength. You feel stronger, like I'm doing my abdomen right now, and I can tell the difference in my core strength. I do notice that my exercises when I do work out my abs, that it is, I do feel like I am stronger there, and I do notice, again, even just standing or sitting, like you can just tell that you can feel the tone that is there. It's a great treatment for those of you, again, that are looking to firm up, and especially if you're looking to treat your abdomen, your thighs, or your buttocks. So I've talked enough about this. Let's hear from a patient perspective.
I did.
Did you do a whole series?
Let's see, I did twice a week for 3 weeks, so 6 sessions. Mm-hmm. Right on the abdomen with Eleni, and I saw excellent results from that, because when I came back after my final follow-up, when all the CoolSculpting was done, I told her a few places that I wasn't like 100% happy, and she was like, I think any more, and you might have some hanging skin, like you don't want to lose any more, but the cool toning could really kind of shape and get you the look that you're going for. And she was right. very noticeable. And it worked like, I could tell pretty much within the next week or two immediately, but then even just like continuing my exercise, I noticed I didn't have as much back pain when I was doing my abdominal work because I actually had a stronger core. And so I could do better workouts and be able to maintain the look that I was going for. So I was like, oh my gosh, I can do a full sit-up and not use my back muscles.
Yeah.
And my routine has always been to do some sort of weightlifting 3 days a week and then walk 4 to 5 days a week. So even with that, I could not keep my core like as good as I, wanted it to, and was using my back muscles. But after doing the CoolSculpting, I had this core and I was able to, I feel like, do better workouts and not hurt myself. It just really just tightened my whole core. And then I could definitely feel a difference in my clothing, the way everything felt just like tighter.
Yeah.
And it didn't have as much of like anything hanging over my shorts. So I will definitely keep it up. I plan on, for the October customer appreciation, to definitely take advantage of that and buy another package or touch up, because I definitely want to keep it up.
Yeah.
It felt like a contraction.
Like in labor contraction?
Yes.
Okay.
But not terrible.
Yeah.
like just like really strong. Like you were just like tightening your core and holding it is what it felt like to me. And it like builds up and then lets go. That's how it felt like a contraction to me, because it kind of like built up and then it like slowly went down. But it was so fast. And again, the lights were out and I just put in my earpods and listened to an audiobook or podcast and just kept my eye on the prize and knew what the goal was. and we built up. Like the first time she only went to like 50%, and then she came back a few minutes later and dialed it up to about 75. And then the first treatment, I don't even know if we got all the way to 100. And it was based on my comfort level. And then the rest of the time, she would always start, just building up before we got to the 100% strength, and that helped. Gradual, yes. Right. And we just communicated, and she came in and checked on me every few minutes.
Awesome.
I mean, I would go straight to the gym usually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no downtime whatsoever.
No warmed up.
I think just not knowing what to expect, but she walked me through every step of what was going to happen, what was going to feel like. She made sure I was comfortable, had blankets, had pillows, had everything like right by me, and checked on me frequently. So I would absolutely recommend it.
All right, well, I hope you learned something today about CoolSculpting and about CoolTone. With CoolSculpting, if you can squeeze it, you can freeze it. So, and with CoolTone, we just want to firm you up. So if you're interested in either one of those, I do encourage you to schedule your complimentary Advanced Body Sculpting Center consult and let us evaluate you. That is the best way to find out how these procedures can work best for you. I also want to remind you that our Customer Appreciation Week pre-sale is going on now. Don't forget, you can save 20% off of our gift certificates and our products. Also RSVP, don't forget, to our live event, because we would love to see you there. And our Pretty in Pink raffle basket worth over $2,000. Those tickets are for sale now too, for just $5 each. And if you buy 5, you get 1 free, going to a great cause too, in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. All right, so you've stuck with us to the end, so I want to tell you what the prize is. You can enter to win by clicking the link in the description box below this video, and today the winner will receive their choice of either one small area of CoolSculpting or a complete 6 treatment package of CoolTone. So it's a great prize, very valuable. I encourage you to enter to win, and I hope to see you in the office soon, especially at our Customer Appreciation Night. Thanks for joining us. Bye.